So this is where we left our cheap bike build-off adventure the last time. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but nothing a little bit of tea can fix, right? You probably would have seen me modify this derailleur last time, and let's pop it on the bike. But before we do that, we might end up changing something here, because something happened. And that something that happened is my boss finding something in the basement of a shop, which is this. It's 150 millimeters of goodness. It's a Derailleur ATB system stem, which will suit the bike just perfectly. So we will pop it on there. And although I got it for free, I will just value it at the same price I valued this stem at, just because probably to most people this is worth nothing, but on this bike it's just perfect. So let's just do that, and I will take you on that journey to put that thing on. It's actually getting warm here in Germany now. Not warm, like 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know what's that in American values, but it's still cold. So let's pop that off. It's just warm air, not freezing anymore. Get out my thing, which is missing my 10 nut. So probably whatever was on there should go in here. Of course, I grabbed the number 9. Long stem. That's better. I think. No, I don't even think. I'm pretty sure. This is the longest stem I've ever put on a bike. It's not that easy to get in, actually. Wiggle it in there. But the good thing is about this being a tight fit, hopefully it's not going to slip on me, the bar, I mean. And that's kind of in the middle. Not really sure about the angle, but we'll figure it out. My nose is a bit closed, so excuse me for all the mouth breathing. 14.4, 14.9, so 13.9, sorry. So just a bit more. Let's check for the angle. It's kind of the same, right? That looks pretty sick. And it just fits the bike. Also, I like when stuff is like labeled ATB. This is the Derailleur ATB system. Let's pop on that derailleur and see if it fits. And if that one fits, then we basically got all the parts on the bike. And again, huge shout out to Sami from Atelier Wolken, who let me use his shop to modify this derailleur. Looks like I put it just on the money. And I really like this detail here on the derailleur. Let me get you a bit closer. I just like that it looks weird and uncommon. Pedals. Just getting some grease on there. Got those guys nice and tight. And some tea. Please. Just go in. I'm a bit afraid of killing the chain. Looks good. Need some adjustments. Oof. It's either the derailleur or the mech hanger that's crooked. But that's fixable. Check down here. And if we go up now, there should be a huge gap. And yeah, there's, so we just, although sometimes it feels wrong. You pay, it's fixed. Hey. Yeah, and the front mech needs some major adjustment. It's way too much in right now. And the screws are also majorly stuck. You pay. Ugh. Got this little bugger out. Don't know why it was so tightly in there, but let's clean it up and get it back in there. And hopefully it's not gonna get stuck. Let's just put the screw that was stuck before back inside. Famous last words, right? I just forgot to run the camera while I was putting on that front rack. This camera was running. You want to make it tight and hopefully... Well, stuff happens. I kind of want to do more, but it's already getting late. And I also don't want to be super sleepy at work tomorrow. So... I know you said no free parts, Max. But this guy usually, I pull it out of the metal trash. Which I probably also did with this one. And I also really hate those. Like these kind of things. I don't even know what they're called. Like rear mech protectors or whatever. Come on, get on there. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. But on this bike, this is the first time I'm like, you know what? I get it. Kind of cool. And I will put a price on it. No worries, Max. I will put a price on it. Don't beat me. Don't beat me up for it, please. I need to bend it a bit up, so. I just like it on this bike because it's kind of like a... It's kind of builds the relation to the front rack. So you kind of have this slim tubing and the slim tubing in front. I kind of dig that, and I don't want to put a rack here, and also I don't have budget for that. I'm gonna go home now and go to bed because I got to work tomorrow, and maybe I'll come back tomorrow after work, or I finish on Saturday. Today is Thursday, so I got kind of 1 day left because I want to do a small little ride on Sunday with this bike, but slowly it's becoming a real pretty cool, pretty rad 90s ATB bike. Like somebody could have assembled this exactly like this in the 90s. That's cool. Yeah, subscribe please. Oh, tomorrow is the last day of the cheap bike build off and we gotta finish this guy. So coming to get you. So ooh, this is sketchy. And we still got the cables left, but before we can start on the cables, let's adjust the brake pads. And then hopefully the rest will be easy. Already adjusted one of them. And I think this looks at least somewhat passable. And that actually looks pretty darn good to me right now. Wow. That was faster than I thought. You know, when I watch my own videos, I see that I got really bad posture. And that's something I should change. Still a bit sick, so won't be the fastest today. Making sure I can still steer freely. That's a long piece of cable. Maybe I should have put black cables, but now it's gray. Sometimes for brakes you gotta have like a set of 5 hands. Man, I'm having so much fun. Let's try it. Put this a bit more. We are getting there, hopefully. I need more spring tension. Yeah, finally. Cold tea. Sorry if I do a lot of mouth breathing in this video, but I'm still sick. And I just can't breathe otherwise. And I would like not to suffocate maybe. Hopefully it's also coming out on the other side. I have to use my teeth. To get off the cable end. Yes. So. It's getting better. Maybe like this. And it just works perfectly. I think I forgot to tighten my brake pads on the back. Oops. Of course you didn't see that. I'm totally gonna cut that out. I don't even have to cut this one. I'm just gonna leave it. Before I put the grips, I'm quickly gonna clean my hands. I'm just trying to get the angle similar. So our visitors are gone. Kind of scared this is not enough Velox tape. So this one has to go out a bit. And I don't got tools in my pocket. I'm a bad mechanic. No pocket tools. You know, it's really missing a kickstand. And I would put one on if it would be in the budget. But I think I'm already really pushing it, so let's do a final walkthrough on what we changed on the bike. So we got new stem, new bars, grips. Basically, like I already said, the whole cockpit area has changed. The way you shift. Got like a thumpy on the inside, and then a vintage shifter. I don't even know if it was a stem shifter or for the bar or where it comes from. Some silver brakes just for the color. New tires, some knobby Conti ones. And this is a pretty cool detail. Changed up the gear ratio, new ring, and made this guy slim and small. Original chain, again, new tire, original derailleur, a new brake, and also seat post and saddle stayed the same. I think we should take it for a spin now, but let's do a cost breakdown first. 40 euros on the bike. I still gotta do some trading on that. Maybe it's gonna go up by like 5 euro. I don't hope so. 20 on the tires, 10 I put for the new brakes. Then 5 for the shifters. I picked them up at something that's like a bike co-op here locally. My friend works there. Then 17 for the new brake levers, 9 euro for new grips, 7.50 euro for stem. I just put 7.50 euro here because I end up buying one, not using it, switching it for a different one. And yeah, but I still think also the one that's on the bike now, just because it's so weird and oddly shaped, you can get it for pretty cheap. €5 I put the super rusty old Dutch bike bar, then 15 for the cables, which I think is reasonable. And then I put €12 for stuff, and I think that puts us at around 140. Haven't calculated yet. And yeah, stuff is the V-locks, like the rear mag protector, the small chain ring on the front. I'm always looking at the bike, checking the parts, but that's what I put for stuff. And I think it will be a nice ride. So there's just one more thing I wanted to do on the bike before I call it a day. And it is to they're always a bit different. The bike is smiling at me while I'm riding. That makes me happy. Let's get her on the road. The little tour. It's a cheap bike build-off wrap-up, and let me show you where you are mounted. On a stick. Matti is over there fixing his bike. And what can I say about the bike? The saddle is not the best, but it was the original saddle and I don't have budget for another one. And the rest is performing as expected, to be honest. It's really fun. It's kind of under biking, if you get what I mean. So even if you ride not too challenging single trails and stuff, they get harder because the bike is not the most capable of doing stuff. It's like not the best handling bike, I would say, just because it's so short. But that's maybe also about the saddle. I think mostly I'm gonna change up this sitting position. But yeah. I hope you really like watching me build this bike, and maybe I've already shown you some clips of me riding it. It was fun, a lot of fun. Also doing kind of my first YouTube videos was fun. Yeah. Catch you when you're around.